biggest love
Out of family.
You can't sit right there. If that chair, no, that chair's not in it.
Oh, it's not in it, that one?
Move it over. a little bit.
What about up?
No, that way.
that
No,
way.
I said, yeah, there you go. Not all the way over there. Put like more
It's going
center.
down now.
More center.
Can this
Yeah,
go
because
up?
Smiley's not in the shot at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just said move it over to the center. You've been good. Like right there. There you go. All right.
It's the biggest love of the family.
I can't get that
If
song
you
out
bring
my
it
head.
back more, we'll be more in the perspective.
Yeah, because I'm definitely out there.
Like to where the fan is. Perfect.
You got tilted.
But you gotta
Yeah,
turn
there
it
you go.
more center.
Keep going. Perfect. There we go.
A little bit more this way. The other way.
Look at-
Right there.
Right there. Perfect.
All right.
Thanks.
That's perfect.
That's
You
fire.
gotta remember that position. I'm a photographic memory.
Woo, at least it feel good.
That shit. Right.
Whole
The chair's still not in the middle.
No.
No, not at all.
It's a very small frame. Don't
No,
die.
don't do that.
You got room to Jake. This I can't even fucking use my eyes.
It is blinding.
Blinding.
Know what I keep in alignment.
See a nigga like these shining.
So here we are,
Take those
wonderful
napkins off.
ladies and gentlemen, boys of all ages, girls, children. No children should be watching today. I'm gonna just say this. There's a lot of shit that's going on. Some would say smoke screen stuff. I think there are things that people could focus on, because I was talking to somebody before about us focusing on what's the most important things that we can actively change as people. Like, not things that maybe something that we have no effect over, but things that we may have personal effect. Like, we have the relationships between each other, we can affect that. Our financial habits, we can affect that. What we learn and what we teach to our children, we can affect that. Those are things we can affect. What the government does, we can't really do anything. Only way we can stop that is by us, coming together to form something, which we've tried that. Come together to form something to try to put an end to all that shit. But then what we shouldn't do is we shouldn't point our finger at our own culture when we know there's things that we need to change on ourselves. Feel me? What Michael Jackson said, talking to the man in the mirror, asking him to change his ways, right? You gotta start with that motherfucker. That's the first person you gotta start with. So when you go out there and you throw that finger at somebody else, you should be looking at yourself and say, hey, what am I doing? You know what I mean? So everybody's going through some hardships or whatever, and we don't want to make excuses for what people go through, but we do have choices. So that's the only thing. When we get to a certain point in life, we have choices to decide what we're going to do. When we don't have choices, then that's different. My sister and I got into a crazy discussion. We're going to start like this.
Okay.
We're going to start hot. We got into a crazy discussion about punishment fitting the crime. And I really went to a deep place with it, where I was really just saying the punishment has to fit the crime, meaning and I'll make it really simple, if you steal a pack of gum, then somebody will steal something from you that's of equal or greater value type shit.
You know, if you don't have none.
Then you won't have anything for a while until you pay back what you owe. there will be a fine, and then as things progress, the level of consequence will progress also. So it starts off with, all right, you're gonna keep on stealing gum. You know, we keep smacking you on the wrist. Now we're gonna incarcerate you for a period of time for this offense, and it's not gonna be forever. It's not gonna be for 13 years, but it's gonna be like, yo, stop stealing gum, slow guy. You know what I mean? And now you should learn from that. But what does that also show? That also exhibits this is how we penalize this behavior. So if anybody does this type of behavior, this is the consequence that they're gonna get. They're gonna get the same energy, the punishment fitting the crime. Now we can go further with punishment fitting the crime. We can put it in all different type of facets. But what we're talking about right now, which is basically whatever you do is gonna happen. We're gonna have instant and voluntary karma. You do something to me, this happens to you. If you break the law in this capacity because nobody can see it, then there's a law that says, hey, I can even the odds. And it has to be exactly the same way that this happened. That will be the serving point of your case if it has to go to the Supreme Court. Like, say for instance, somebody did something to your child. You can't kill him. You can't kidnap him.
You can't.
But what if?
So what if you do?
What if you get into a situation, right? And you get them because they did something to your child.
Yeah, before the cops.
You have to do whatever they did to your child to them. So if they sodomized your child, then you have the right to sodomize them.
That sounds crazy.
But you can't take their life because the punishment has to fit the crime.
That's wild. So let me ask you a question.
Exactly.
Is there an example of this working anywhere in real time?
They do certain ways of handling things in different countries, but not exactly what I'm talking about. Nah, this was just a theory.
So it's
it's just a theory.
Why do you think they haven't thought of this?
I don't know if they haven't thought of this, but I know that this was something that people would exercise because they would consider it inhumane. People wouldn't be able to take the necessary steps to go as far as they would have to go if this would be something that it is. Because you would have to entertain the smaller thing as a little bit of gum, as the greater things as, you know, molestation, you know what I mean, pedophilia, things of that nature. You have to figure out a way to make that.
Yeah, because you're making correlate. You're turning people into those people, kinda.
They're already those people.
No. I'm talking about the people that.
No, the justice. You're not inflicting this yourself.
But somebody has to though.
The law has to do it. The laws of the land have to do it.
So that's what I'm saying. So let's say the
laws of the land have to kill people every day.
The laws of the land. Let's say somebody raped somebody, right? How does the law of the land correct a rape?
They keep them in prison for a little bit of time, put them back in society, and they rape someone else.
That's how they correct it?
I'm sorry, grape.
Wait, I'm confused. That's how they correct it? That's the plan for that?
Rehabilitation by incarceration.
Most of the time,
that's what the
people
correction.
No.
They don't get.
I'm talking about under the
the
circumstances of, let's say, an eye for an eye.
What he said.
It's
said,
not eye for an eye.
They're gonna.
Whatever the law is.
In charge, they're gonna do
so
the
wait,
same
you're
thing.
talking about with he's basing it off of my theory.
Yeah.
He's saying whatever they did,
you.
then they have to get it done to them.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who does this to them?
The law.
A law official or
no, not.
Do they pay a fucking inmate? Like,
no.
How did they work?
Nah. It wouldn't be nothing like that. It would be thought out to a degree. So it would have to be like some technical way of this being carried out.
Okay,
it'll be some technical way of this being carried out. You would have to have an instrument, you know, to inflict that type of thing, and it would be way harsh than probably what they did to the person, because it probably would be something that probably wouldn't be able to go there or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Not gonna be too graphic, but that is kind of like some Saw type of shit.
Okay, so with that example, you do know that when men go to prison for that, and the inmates know about it, and some prisons, not all of them, they get it done to them, and they don't. That doesn't make them stop. And a lot of times, why people do that specifically, since we're talking about grape, is because it was done to them when they were
Okay,
a child or
yeah.
something, and it's not right. But I don't think that doing what they 2 wrongs don't make it right. Like, I think there should be a deeper, like, when they get locked up, they need prison reform. Like, we need an actual system that's actually really dedicated. And instead of just locking them up and throwing away the key, we need to, and I don't know what it would be. I don't know. But we need something. And other people talk about prison reform and stuff too, because they just lock them up. There's some people are protected or whatever. There's no protection. They let them do the same thing to them. And that's because sometimes they set it up. The COs set it up. They don't know what happened, and they tell the other inmates or put them in the cell with someone that's known for raping or whatever. So I don't think, or in general, or if they unalive someone, I don't think that they should be unalived back. I think the system needs to come up with a better way to try to correct the issue instead of just giving up on these people. And if they have to be locked up forever, what they're doing now, but while they're in prison, there should be some type of program, not what they have now, because clearly it's not working. Some type of or if they're considered to be mentally incompetent and they go into a mental institution, all they do is drug those people normally, and they walk around like zombies. But you're not doing anything to try to figure out and get to the root of the problem and why they did it in the first place. You're just locking them up and just leaving them there. And then in mental institutions, sometimes they get out and they run tests and stuff, and they be like, "Oh, you're okay," and go back out, and the same thing like you said, and they do it again because you're not rehabilitating them. You're just putting them on punishment, and then they get off punishment, and then they go do what they did again. So
Can I ask both of y'all a question? Where do y'all think has the best prison system set up in the world? Because there has to be, you know what I'm saying, from bad to worse. At least if it's from bad to worse. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think none of them are working. And in other countries, it's probably even crazier than what it is up here if they go to prison. If they even go to prison. Some people don't even, they just chop your hand off.
What about Canada? Do you think Canada has a better jail system than America?
Because I don't know.
Let's do the people justice.
Because when I think about
prison.
Canada specifically, I know, you know, this Drake situation kind of cements this stance, but I don't think of it as a very, very tough place to survive. Like, I think of it as, you know what I mean, majority.
People don't think that about Connecticut either. But
yeah,
Norway.
Yeah, and I believe it. And
Norway.
I believe that too.
Norway.
I believe that too.
You heard me?
You said what?
Norway.
Correctional
facilities. Norway focus on maintaining custody of the offenders, attempting to make them functional members of society. Norway's prison system is renowned as one of the most effective and humane.
I mean, that says a lot too. Norway doesn't have no black people. So therefore, they would focus on prison reform.
Most of the people that are incarcerated are the minority.
That's what I'm saying. So if there is no minority, then they are going to work upon.
Are you referring to a minority as black people, or are you just referring to minority as the lesser people?
I'm just saying minority as black people. Specifically. Me specifically, I'm talking about black people because you know what I mean. If it makes sense.
Say black people then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say black. It makes sense that there's no people of color like in high volumes in Norway, and Norway being such a good prison reform because
that's another country.
They're healing their own people though.
Norway is Norwegian people.
Exactly. They're healing the Norwegian people. So there is a benefit to try to you know what I mean?
Trying to make it make sense. So
the reason why it's so harsh here,
that's born in Norway, you don't think they would be treated the same as the other people that's in Norway?
No, I think they're gonna have to go through racism.
Let's put our money where our mouth is.
I think
we don't want to throw out
any black people
watching us.
Listen to what I'm saying.
In the prison system.
Listen to what I'm saying. What are the laws for America?
So first,
like what are you talking about? The laws are catered to white people, right?
Hold on.
Because
just throw that out there. We got.
So in Norway,
go to Norway and go to prison. So that's considered one of the best reform.
Listen, just because it's the best jail in the world doesn't mean that you're not gonna have the shit end of the stick being black in those countries.
Wow, okay.
100%.
All right.
You could be in there. I'm not saying that there's no black. Hold on, listen. Listen. I'm not saying that no black people are in Norwegian jails. I'm saying black people. Listen, I'm saying the black people that have to go there and them being the only or the minority in the jail, you're gonna have to go through racism. If you're the only one, if you're the only female in the jail, you're gonna be there. All the attention is gonna be on you, right?
What are we fact checking? And
you're a woman, so they're gonna take advantage of you being a woman just because you're a woman. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing with racism, right?
Do they lock up men and women together?
No, but I'm saying it's similar to racism because at the end of the day, you stand out for being the only one.
Prevalent in the U.S. than in any other country.
That doesn't mean that it's not.
Look, he's saying they're gonna be mistreated because they're black if they go to a Norwegian.
You're gonna be mistreated if you go to prison anywhere. Let's stay on topic because we're going all over the place.
They said that's considered the most humane.
What we're talking about right now is the punishment fitting the crime. So let's stay there.
Okay.
Right? The punishment fitting the crime. Both of you guys don't think that should be so. You have a stance on saying prison reform is kind of fucked up in America. You have a stance saying that prison reform is just fucked up.
No.
Or what?
Hold on. My stance is a little bit different. I believe that the punishment should fit the crime, but I think that's subjective. I don't think that's just, the government, especially our government, should be in charge of making that decision because a lot of
people be in charge.
That statement shouldn't be subjective. That statement shouldn't be subjective. That statement should be objective.
The people.
You understand?
The people should be in charge.
You know why that statement should be objective? Because if you're saying the punishment fitting the crime, that means that you decided.
Both of y'all examples don't happen either. So why is that?
You decided.
Because when is the government?
You decided that something is a crime. You decided that something is a crime.
That's why the government is in control because everybody thinks they're in control.
Decided was a crime.
But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, if we're gonna say, the government should just be trusted and give them,
that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We gotta stay on topic.
If you're saying that the government is in control,
no, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. That's not what we're talking about.
So how?
We gotta stay on topic.
So who's gonna probe
the punishment fits the crime? What the fuck is the punishment fitting the crime?
Who's gonna?
But what is it? But what is it? What are we saying? What is it?
I already said what it is.
The punishment fitting the crime is what? Retaliation? That's what you think?
No, you said retaliation.
I did not say that. I said it's not retaliation.
They should do whatever was done to them.
That's the punishment fitting the crime. That's the punishment fitting the fucking crime.
So what I'm saying is, who gives out that retaliation? The government, right?
If the government the people that puts people in jail in the first fucking place.
Okay,
who is that?
Cool. So if that's the government, the government is not doing a good job based off what the fuck we see, right?
So what?
So how you think they're gonna do a good job if they have more control to be inhumane, nigga? If our idea is to live, if the idea is to have good prison reform, then it can't be worse than it was.
If a motherfucker kills a motherfucker, they should die. The punishment should fit the crime. What the fuck are we talking about? Unless you can prove that it was self-defense or something like that, then you should just go to fucking jail.
So what if somebody raped a child and the person that did it doesn't have a child? How did you? Because
I already said that. I said you're gonna have to think of a way to do it, construct in a technical way. So if they force themselves on that child, then you have to use something to force themselves. I'm not gonna talk about when they go to prison they get raped or something. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the punishment fitting the crime. When they go to jail, that's other shit that's happening because there's prisoners in there.
It doesn't fit the crime because guess what? What if these niggas are gay? What if they like shit up their ass? What if they're sitting there moaning when this machine is giving them this shit?
You can really fucking hurt somebody doing this shit.
If your intention is to hurt them, you could kill them. And if your intention is to kill them, then that's not the same. That's not the same. Bro, if you're punishing them and you're doing it in a way that's going to hurt them, they are liable to death. And that's not the same. That's not the same. If they're not going to enjoy it, then it's going to hurt them. And if it's gonna hurt them, they could die, my nigga. That is not the fucking saying. How can you measure? Okay, I'm just gonna go right to the threshold of pain, but I'm not gonna.
Because there's things that are.
What you gonna put spikes on the shit?
No.
Yeah.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Spikes, man.
What is it gonna be? That's gonna hurt them. If you go too far, they're gonna bleed. If you bleed, you could die of a hemorrhage.
You don't gotta be
like, I'm trying to figure out.
You don't have to figure it out because you're not gonna do that to nobody, right? So you don't have to figure that out. They know what the fuck they did.
They don't know
and that's what they did. All right, okay, whatever. Leave that alone then. I would say that if you did whatever the fuck you did, you're gonna have an equivalent punishment to what the fuck you did. Look at it however you fucking want to look at it. But I'm not going to go that deep with talking about putting stuff in people's butt and shit. And you know, like, there is a way to fucking hurt somebody doing some shit, and they'll figure the fucking out. What the fuck? It's called torture for that specific thing. And then there's shit that you can use that are, you know, non-fatal shit. You know what I mean? They have, like, non-fatal fucking shit that you can use as a civilian that you don't even need a gun permit to have. So there's ways to inflict pain without killing someone. You know what I mean? Yeah, probably some shit like that. Maybe electrocution or some shit, some wild shit. It's gonna be some shit that they not gonna enjoy. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be graphic with the shit. You know what I mean? You know how they doing people on YouTube.
And where do you want this implemented?
I don't want anything to be done. Anything. This is an idea that I said. I said the punishment should fit the crime.
In America, right? Or just in
the world. Fuck it, America. In the world, they take your arms off or something in other countries, or they cut your feet off.
You get a fine for stealing up here if you get caught.
Yeah, they get a fine. Yeah. So losing your money or whatever, that's a good way to put it. You know what I mean?
The reason why I said it before, like he asked the same question. If you already, most of the time when people steal, not all the time, some people do it for the thrill, but the people, 90% of the people that steal is because they don't have it. So how you going to find them? You're never going to get the money because they don't have it. So how is it if they homeless and broke?
They're going to be more of a threat.
Let me say this. They're still out. If somebody owe me some money and they don't have it, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna cut them off. They never gonna get money from me or whatever. That's the only thing that I can do. Or if you're dealing with somebody in the criminal underworld, if somebody owe you money and they don't have it, what happens to them?
God.
Right. Or we take something that you like. So I'm gonna take your car. I'm gonna take this.
Turning some gangster
collateral. It really is gangster because when you have to police people, that's
killing people. When
you have to police people, that's gangster.
You have nothing.
Right?
What?
You're gonna die. You didn't hear him. You gonna get dealt with. Like, you don't got it, and you keep on stealing. You're getting got, because that's what happens in the street. That's what happens. Like, at the end of the day, you don't got somebody's money and you keep playing with the motherfucker, acting like, well, I'm gonna keep robbing,
or I'm gonna take something that's valuable. I'm gonna take something that's valuable.
Nothing that's valuable. They're homeless.
Then that's their life.
Then whatever. You can't pay me back.
So how is
it's
that?
You can't call out sick. I can't fire you, nigga. What the fuck? Like, let's be real. Let's be real. We gonna keep it like that. We gonna be real.
For every situation.
It's not gonna. That's the only way. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where the penal system will come into play. They're gonna work that shit off until they pay that shit back. Have to go to prison. You can't apply community service, some type of shit, you know what I mean? Something to pay it back, but it's not gonna be like, you know, you're not gonna be in prison for 30 years because you stole a pack of fucking gum, because you keep stealing gum. Maybe you are a fucking klepto, but there's some type of reform that we can do to prevent that from happening, but I don't think it has to be no extreme shit for cases that are not extreme.
Don't arrest you anymore either. If it's a non-violent crime, they don't detain you. You just gotta go to the trial and stuff. There's some places, cause I was watching something, so they don't arrest you. You know how sometimes you do something, you gotta go to they arrest you and they hold you during the trial. If you can't get bail, like, you don't have to do that. I forgot what they said it is. I think it's in the U.S. in some states, but I forgot where. You still get in trouble. You have to go to court and everything, but you don't.
Sound like Ron Springer.
They don't detain you during the process. Like, you gotta go to trial and everything, and then if it's non-violent, but if it's a violent crime, like you raped or unalived someone or something, then that's different.
Right.
But if you just stole something, they just give you a ticket or whatever. You gotta go to
Take
court
this
and trial and handle it.
And
that
don't
way.
do this again.
Which I think is because there's overcrowding in the prison, and that's why they're doing that. People are in there for months for some misdemeanor while they wait, because they don't have no money to get out because they're bail or whatever. So to remove that, that's why they're doing it. So they still getting discipline, but
right.
they're not detained while it's happening if it's not violent. But that's an issue too. They don't even have
like I told you, like
prisons to hold people,
there's non-violent and then there's white collar. Like, you know what I mean? If somebody's doing something that doesn't affect another person, the level shouldn't be the same level. But I'm saying, like, yeah, there should be a way to correlate. You did something, and because you did this, this is how you're gonna repay it. And I don't look at it as retaliation, eye for an eye, as he said. That's not what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is things are going to happen. Things happen in a natural way. Like you do something to somebody and people believe in spiritual world and karma. Yeah, it can happen. I do believe in karma. I believe that, you put the good things out, the good things come back and so forth. So if you do something wrong to somebody, we're not going to wait for karma. I'll be honest with you. Let me just say this. If somebody do something to me, you're not going to wait for karma. You're not going to wait for me to call the cops. I'm just going to keep it funky with you. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm not going to take my time. I'm not going to fucking, whatever. If it's really to that or something like serious, I'm just going to handle it. Like, I'm not going to sit there and let me think about what I'm going to lose. It depends. If it's something like a business type of shit, then I'll let it go. If you rub me the wrong way or you do something to me, I'm gonna deal with that right then and there. I don't got time to think about, oh man, cop's gonna get here, look, I'm all scratched up. No, nigga, I'm not gonna sit there and let you whoop my ass.
I think that's consequences.
You know what I mean?
Like, karma is you beating them up because...
But as a karma, you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Karma.
That's karma, like...
And that's what I'm saying, and that's what we talking about. We talking about the punishment for the crime. I think the punishment for the crime because you did the same thing to me, so I'm doing it to you. I'm not gonna allow you to take my virginity of my holiest of holies. That's not gonna happen. But if you try to do it, then you're gonna see these hands. That type of time. But at the end of the day, I'll always would say that if somebody do something to you, you should have the right to be able to do the same shit to them. You stole my car, I'm gonna steal your car. You know what I mean? You took my child, I'm taking your kid. You know what I mean? Or whatever. If you don't got a kid, then somebody can kidnap your ass. Like, the punishment gotta fit the crime. And I think people would respect shit more when people, in them states where people carry the guns, the mortality rate is a lot less than the places where people aren't able to just carry guns and walk around, yo. It's a reason for that. If I got my shit and I got my shit, you ain't gonna fuck with me. Cause you already know what's the problem. But then there's people, like my boy eloquently put it, is shooters and then it's killers. You know what I mean? And there's a difference. Shooters, they don't hit. No, hitters, I'm sorry, hitters. Shooters don't hit. They just shoot.
They shoot.
Hitters is hitting motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, niggas shooting because he don't want that time. He want to scare you. If you really want somebody to not be here and you taking out your gun, then that's what that means. It don't mean, oh, I'm gonna scare him so he can run off. Like, if you're not a fighter or nothing like that, don't have a gun. Don't have a gun, bro. Cause that's if somebody trying to take your life.
Yeah, that's karma right
Don't talk shit if you can't fight, and don't carry a gun. And if you can fight and you have a gun, control your anger. You know what I mean? But I never I would never just do anything to nobody for no reason. So that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes the law kind of doesn't work in our favor with certain things. 100%. Like, it protects every human being. That's why I said that that's why I said that the punishment has to fit the crime. Because when the punishment's fitting the crime, that means that if I know that, oh, he a thief, oh, he ain't gonna take from me because he know I take my shit back. Feel me? OJ wouldn't have went to prison for, rest in peace, OJ, for taking back the stuff that somebody stole from him.
I think that was crazy.
No, that's law. That's the law.
I know, but
that's the law. That's what I'm saying. The punishment fit the crime. He wouldn't have been wrong for that.
100%.
Because they did the same thing to you.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't. I thought that was.
But it's gonna have. But it's gonna have to. But you can't pick and choose. Like if you say that, you gotta stand on that. And that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be the un.
Well, you're the one that's saying.
Well. Okay. Well, I'm saying if I say that, then it has to be that. I'm not saying it. Well, just in some cases, no. The punishment for the crime. I'm not doing anything wrong, and expecting nothing wrong to be done unto me. How do people have so much sympathy for people that do the most fucked up shit? But then they, you know what I mean, whatever.
I'm talking about, and the example used about OJ, because he was getting his stuff back. So that's technically not stealing. That's why I said that was.
But that's why I said the punishment would fit the crime.
That's my stuff. So that shouldn't be. And you didn't steal. I didn't steal because I got my stuff back.
You broke into their place and you took your stuff. That's B&E, like, you feel me? And now it's in their house, so you got to prove
that
it's your
should be
property.
justified, because that's retarded. You took my stuff, and I have
if
proof
the punishment fit the crime, then
I
it would be
reported
justified.
it,
That's what I'm saying.
and I got my stuff back.
You just don't agree with the really fucked up part of it.
Y'all didn't.
Because it could get ugly if the punishment fits the crime. The punishment fits the crime, it could get bad to the Dahmer type of shit. Where we talking about a motherfucker ate a motherfucker. How do you make the punishment for the crime for a motherfucker that ate a motherfucker?
You're the one who's saying.
But I'm saying that
they
I said the
thing.
punishment should fit the crime.
You said they should eat them by wolves if they eat people.
Well,
that's what you said before.
I said that could be an option, or just take them out, or just take them out. Because death equals death. It doesn't matter how you die. Death equals death.
Yeah. So you're saying they should die. I'm saying, and I already said this, because we could go on to the next topic after this dragon. But if that's a mentally unstable person. People that eat people, something is wrong with you. So he should have been
get rehabilitated and come back into society.
I'm not finished.
Gotta get that water too.
So
Sour Patch Kid Oreos plugging. I'm gonna try these for the first time. Nah, but maybe. I just fuck with Oreos. So
all right, but I still ain't talked. So if that's a mentally unstable person for what he did, that you can't say that. Oh, he knew it was wrong, but he couldn't control himself. He just had to do it or whatever. So when those type of people that do those things, they should be in a mental institution
forever.
And they should be worked on, and they should do tests
forever
and figure out why they got. And get to the bottom of why they decided to make this
and never go back into
prevent
society.
It from happening.
I agree. And never go back into society. I agree. Because but
not just drug them up and have them like zombies like they do.
Whatever.
Now, that's what they do.
But to them that's just a solution, so they don't eat the other people.
That's what I'm saying. So they should actually do something more than that. Than just drug
them. And I gave you options. I said you can do the scientific thing where they could put some type of microchip in their head or something like that.
Well, because you're saying what you want to do.
I'm not saying what I want to do.
You are.
That's not what I want to do. I didn't say what I want to do. I said if somebody kills, if somebody deletes someone, then they should be deleted because the punishment should fit the crime. So when I'm
telling my opinion about it,
for what? What purpose? To explore.
We could just go on
to research and development. Right. There's no. It's not. It's a moot point because it's
not a moot point. We're on a panel and we're having.
Is this a discussion?
We're having a panel. That's rude. If we're having a discussion and you said your opinion, you can't just cut me off and say because you don't agree. You are.
I didn't cut you off
now because you're talking while I'm talking.
I'm addressing what you're saying. You're saying something towards me during your conversation instead of getting to your point. So I'm addressing what you're saying. I'm not gonna let you continue to say what you're saying until I address what you're saying.
So we can continue on.
All right.
Because I wasn't interrupting you while you was talking. I let both of y'all yell at each other and go back and forth. And then every time I start talking, you keep saying something. You're trying to stop me from my point that I'm trying to make.
Not trying to stop you.
You are, and you're trying to.
I'm addressing what you're saying.
Okay, so let me finish the full statement before you address it. Can I do that? So if someone like Jeffrey Dahmer, he needs to be in a mental institution. My opinion, you can say yours after, is that when they go, and this is not an opinion, when people are in mental institutions, most of the time they just drug them. The other ones that are not as bad, or they probably put themselves there voluntarily or whatever, they are able to walk around and do what they want or whatever. But the people that are really bad, like Jeffrey Dahmer, they just drug them and they walk around like zombies. What I'm saying is, like, yeah, they do need to be in there. I'm not saying they should get out and be back in society. But instead of just drugging them and having them walking around like zombies and they don't even know what's going on, they should be more productive with that time and run tests and do some type of test their brain activity and try to get to the root of why they're behaving this way in the first place. And maybe it can help prevent other people from doing this with those studies, instead of just you got all these people working here just to give them drugs and they're just sitting on their ass for the rest of the shift. Like, how is that? Yeah, it's getting them out of society, but you're not doing nothing with them. I feel like it's okay, you took them away, but what's the point? You should do more than just drug them and just leave them there. That's not fully helping, because you're not, you stop the problem for the fact that they can't hurt nobody no more, but you're not, there should be some rehabilitation. You should try to make them better, and just drugging them and having them walk around as zombies is not making them better.
I agree with everything you said, and I told you that before when you said that last time. I agree with that. So what my opinion is that the punishment should fit the crime. That's it. That's my opinion. That's not a fact. That's not something that's implemented really right now. I'm just saying that if that was it, then we wouldn't have to worry about we're not solving the solution or whatever. You can still do the science stuff, cut their brains out and inspect it, find out what makes them tick, and you could study them for a little bit. But what's the point of having them? And you're right, they're not going to go back into society, so why just have them in there in a little funny farm by themselves with a whole bunch of other funny people that may not have eaten people, where they're in danger to those people. Just have them in a room, in a padded room by themselves, and study them until their dying breath. Like that's like a gerbil, yo. That's like studying an animal.
But not necessarily, because the purpose of the testing is to get a result. There's a reason why you're doing the testing. So more serial deleters are being created as we speak. It continues to happen. So we're gonna keep on examining another Dahmer, another Gain, another. Yes. No, we're not. We know what this is. We've got enough of them. We got about 1,000 of them. I'm telling you what I think.
I'm telling you what I think. And what I think is no, because we can't. We have enough of them to find out. Okay, this is why this person's done this. We have a lot of diagnoses for them.
They was in jail. They didn't put them in.
Yeah, but now we see where these patterns are going, so we can dictate what we're gonna do with people that exhibit these behaviors to try to mitigate that. That's the solution. The solution that's already kind of partially being implemented. That's what the studies are for. So for you saying, yeah, it's not doing anything, I agree, it's not really doing anything. But the process is there for the temporary solution of keeping these funny people off of the street. That's the whole point, so that they're not out here doing these things to kids. I think my opinion is more inhumane than what the actual solution is, because a lot of people don't even like the solution, but people don't really want to know what the actual solution would actually be to get rid of those people altogether, or what they propose, put them on an island or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if you could find out that this person is doing certain things, or eating children, or eating freaking deers and raw in the woods or something like that.
And then also, that's on the extreme end. The people that are in there that are not that severe, they should be trying to help them so they can go back into the people that didn't unalive someone or didn't do nothing crazy. Right. They just because they haven't figured out. They're just in there too. Just
it would have to be forever. It would have to be a temporary solution for people that didn't do something where
what about accomplices? What about accomplices? Like, what about the drive?
They have to have a form. They have to have a form of some type of punishment. But for the punishment to fit the crime, will have to be a form of betrayal. So it have to be a setup where they have somebody else that's they're really close to, where it's a manipulation type of thing. They're gonna give them a certain amount of money to probably do something and turn on them to let them see how that felt to do that.
And
to
also
be a part
they
of
should do that too. Like, they should make them do tests. not like lab tests, but like
this is like psychological
to
type
test
shit.
their.
Yeah,
okay, like if you're trying to, okay, because you said a solution, that just made me think. If you're trying to create empathy, because people that do these crimes, they lack that or whatever, so you can put them in there and try to do things to develop that, and then you can test them on it, like put them in a situation inside the facility to test their empathy. Like they don't know about it, they think this is a real situation, and like where somebody's doing something to someone else, and if they help them or something, and you notice their brain activity is changing, where it used to light up before on this end, and now they're getting activated on the other side. Like they need to come up with a way to turn that around. That's what I'm saying. Like, cause they can see like, oh, people that lack empathy and stuff like that, certain parts of their brain don't react when things happen a normal person. So they can try to figure out how to activate that, and then test it and see like, oh, it's lighting up now. There's something happening, and then test their behaviors and see like, oh, they really are changing. Maybe it is possible. I mean, it's a
lot of shit with science, man. I'm telling you, like they could.
But I just think a lot of people are messed up, and I just don't think it's. I understand that they shouldn't be out here doing stuff, but a lot of these people are messed up. So I don't think we should just totally just forget about them and not try to make them better people. With all this technology, I definitely think it could be possible one day if it's not now. Like
they come up with like I said before, they come up with a scientific way to do it, and that's why I said it's not going to be organic. The thing that we're saying is like it's gonna either be a drug or something.
But the issue with the drugs is that this is what I'm saying. Yeah, they have a drug that's not gonna make you like a zombie, and you don't know what the hell is going on, and you're suck.
Right.
I mean,
are you like, yeah, sure. Would you like some coffee today?
Yeah,
or
like
a robot. Like, yo, you good?
Something that makes you still function like you're normal, so you still have your normal personality without.
But that's
the
what I'm saying. I
parts.
think there's good eggs and bad eggs, like in Willy Wonka.
So what about the quote unquote natural? I think it's called lion's mane. It's like a type of mushroom, and they said it's supposed to improve your cognitive functions.
Okay.
And it helps with anxiety. It helps with, and it's like anxiety is like a, you know what I mean? Like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like people, I mean the concept of anxiety is the same.
For the sick people, yeah. If they
no, lion's mane is really good. They use it in Africa for so many years.
That's what I hear. I hear
really
you know what I mean? Like
I'm familiar with what you're talking about. Well, there's a lot of different herbs and different things that help, but when we talk about from the scientific perspective, they can see more than what we can see from just periods of time. They can actually have microscopes. They have heat patterns and heat signatures and things like that show different things that they're looking at, so they can see things deeper than what we can see with the naked eye or what we can observe over time. So it would be more of it probably would be with the help of some natural herbs or whatever, but it wouldn't be organic. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the resolution to mental illness is going to be in herbs. I think what it is something that happened at birth, something that happened with substances that was already put into your body that
goes back to
it goes back to a lot. It goes back to the parents. It goes to a lot of stuff. Alcohol could have been anything. What you intake goes into your child. So all of that, however minute it may have been, it could have had some effects. And once those effects have been done, those things have deteriorated. There's nothing that can bring that back. Only as far as we know anyway, right? But science has an edge to kind of try to develop those things a little bit faster. So we would have to entertain putting things in our body that are gonna probably rust, or you know what I mean, because we have to get other elements that probably wouldn't rust.
The people that need the help.
Or the people that need the help, right?
Because everybody's not.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going at. There's good and there's bad eggs. Like in Willy Wonka, like you're gonna have the kids that probably aren't gonna really pan out to a productive life and the kids that probably are going to pan out to a productive life. So you have to have some type of system set up for the kids that aren't going to pan out to a productive life to kind of make them productive to society. And it may mean you may have to use them as guinea pigs for what you want to change them to. Or you could get rid of them when they've done something crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's people that probably have crazy thoughts, that think about a lot of stuff, and they just don't act on it because they know it's not right. So those people could possibly just be in a place just because they're a bad person. No, wait until they do something bad, and then you be like, all right, this is what's gonna happen when you do these things. I think it's a simple resolution, but it seems complicated because it's like some people, we know people that probably do shit that we wouldn't want to see go.
I'm not saying picking up random people. Yeah, obviously, if you do something, this the punishment. But then you said stuff happens during birth, and then that goes back to what I said on another thing about there should be a criteria that people have to meet when they're deciding to have kids, or once a woman becomes pregnant for both parents. And I think a psych evaluation is one.
Yeah, let's get on that. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I think we did.
We talked about that ourselves, but I don't think we was talking about that.
What?
The criteria. I think there should be a list of criteria that people have to meet when they're deciding to have children. Once the woman comes in and she's
we did
pregnant,
talk about that. Yeah, we did. But yeah, you was right. Yeah, we talked about that like we be talking about we got into that one. That was deep. That was deeper than rap, yo.
I'm flying right now.
Shit, I got another one. I got a lighter topic. A little on this note. They don't agree with me. That's fine. Here's another.
Here's another like, Daddy, can you come back and get me? I'm like, sure, baby. I got you. Get her out the pot.
If okay, I made a post. I made a post in a group that I'm in called Truth Be Told. Shout out to Truth Be Told. They from down south. It's a lot of down south people out there. They lit. I made a post that if a man is doing good, it doesn't matter what you're making. Let's argue. If a man is doing good, it doesn't matter what you're making.
As a woman?
If a man is doing good, it doesn't matter what you're making.
Yeah, he's saying
I said that. That came out my mouth.
No, but he's saying as a woman, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you're making. If a man is doing good, it doesn't matter what you're making. Let's argue. And I got a few comments. I got some pushback from
Let's go back into what I was saying about ambition, though.
They gonna love me for my ambition.
Like, I said no ambition.
Like, I said it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It does matter to me.
Okay, it does.
I'm just saying what matters is that, like, yo, if you show too much love of your job, that's gonna take away the love you have for your family. And that's just a personal belief, I think. But
I don't think it matters. What do you think, Erica?
I think that you shouldn't automatically have that assumption just because he's doing well. I think that's a conversation. If he says that, I'm with it either way. If I do have to contribute, I'm fine with that. If he wants to pay for everything, then I'm fine with that too.
That's good.
But I wouldn't just assume.
One sound like something was cracking.
One of the fellas
fold on me some shit.
Huh?
Nah.
Something was cracking and I was paranoid, so I thought the chair was gonna collapse. I was getting ready to sit up.
One of the fellas said.
It should be good. It's just
one of the fellas said
making noises and shit. I was leaning and shit.
If you he said facts. He said how you taking care of yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are your, how are you doing with your finances? Like, are you homeless? Yeah, I think he said something like that. Like, are you homeless? Like, if you good, like, you good. Like, you know what I mean? It don't matter what nobody else got. And then the other thing is the level of what you think good is. Like, good is not necessarily 100,000. But, like, if I'm living the way I'm living and you say, can I move in with you? If I say yes, then that means mi casa su casa. You feel me? Like, you come in and everything that I have is yours. You know what I mean? You can have all the juice or the fruit snacks. whatever I got is yours. You feel me? It's not like I'm expecting you to buy groceries. I'm not expecting you to do anything. But if you here, then you can't be getting on my nerves. You can't be aggravating me. You can't be bugging me. You can't be, you know what I mean, whatever. But the sense of me saying if a man is good is basically me just basically saying I'm good. I don't need nobody help. So that means I don't need your help. You know what I mean? If you want to be helpful, then please.
Shut the
you know what I mean?
And me, I'm the type of woman, if I'm dealing with the dude, like, I'm gonna do shit and stuff for him anyway. Like, I bought guys sneakers before and other gifts. And it was reciprocated. Sometimes it wasn't.
They don't buy.
I didn't do it to get something, but I did it because I was.
Niggas ain't really sweating it. Like a lot of niggas, like probably most of the dudes that I know anyway, they really don't care. Like if a shorty like do something for them, they appreciate it, but they not adding them shits up. Like oh damn, like she did this, she did that. Nah. He wanted to be with Shorty, so Shorty is like on him. That's what he want. So he want to take care of her. He want her to be good. And I think that's what men used to be. They're not that anymore.
Yeah, and most of the guys that I've
just like you said,
been involved with as an adult, they were like the provider type. But that's just me. I noticed that a lot of women are selfish, and they'll be like, I ain't paying for this or paying for dinner or doing it, and it's like. Why not? What's the problem? But you want him.
Got a rib.
What the fuck?
What is wrong?
What? Oh yeah, this is the best part. Yeah, I'll talk about it. Alright, go ahead. Never mind. Remember that guy?
Oh, wait.
That we eating the food. But why did you?
God. I don't know. I want to get an Oreo, yo. I was like, yo. I have my finger like this. I was like, yo, I do this. Oh, shit.
I thought he had idle hands.
It'd be like this.
I thought he had idle hands.
It'd be like this.
Yo, because it's an elbow and like one long finger. Like.
Oh
it's like a rapper,
bro. That's what y'all think about right now?
Yo, I don't know where that came from, bro.
Weed, nigga.
That was wild.
That was the weed.
Yo, we about to
how
open
you gonna say?
shit.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
You were saying,
Good luck.
I was saying, I hear a lot of women are selfish in relationships. And I don't like that because I'm a woman and I think if you appreciate your man and even if he don't care or whatever, like you should, if he's taking care of you and he's there for you and giving you what you need, you want to be with him, you with him for something, then you should show your appreciation. And you don't have to show your appreciation by financial because men don't care about that when it comes to a woman. But you should be supportive and you should treat him good. When he come home, you should not complain and be nagging and be a bitch when he just got off work. He want to relax. Like he don't want to hear that. Like try to be accommodating and understanding of what like he's doing all this for you. Like because people don't be appreciating stuff, and a lot of guys be complaining and they wonder why they go cheat. Like I mean they're probably gonna cheat anyway because men, I don't know, they be cheating. But a lot of times. There's a deeper reason why they do it. I hear a lot of guys complain that are in relationships about that they women don't do this, they don't do that. Y'all are not fucking them. Like you always complaining and cursing them out and talking to them crazy and and then you get mad when Susan or Becky with the good hair come around and then he started messing with her, but you wasn't doing your job. So somebody else came along and they picked up the slack. And maybe he left you or maybe he didn't. But if you leave the door open for that, you know. But what do I know? I'm single. So.
She said she's single.
Those are pretty good. Yeah, I mean.
Fly on that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's Sour Patch Oreo cookie.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Nigga said it's crazy.
It's different. Like
he said it's crazy.
Because it's different.
Some weird flavors. I had some tahini.
Like I don't know how to feel. Like
I'm not.
I can't say it's nasty.
I threw it away.
Cause it's like it's like a sour flavor aftertaste.
That's crazy.
But it's like it tastes like regular cream first.
Wow.
So it's sweet and then it's sour after. Like it's like
Sour Patch. First they're sweet and then they're sour.
That's
They
crazy.
doing fireworks.
Yeah, I thought they were shooting.
That's
They
crazy.
shooting. Oh, made you look.
It's really crazy how they did that. It's like flavor Christmas or something. But yeah, shit. What were we talking about?
You were talking about the man, how much he make.
Oh yeah. A lady said, you're just speaking for you, whatever.
Who said that?
Some lady.
Commenting?
Yeah. She a troll. She be trolling on everybody. She used to troll on Kevin Samuels, right?
Oh, word. She found you, nigga.
She an old school troll.
Yo, she found Dustin. She an old school troll for real.
Yo, I was like, first of all, I was talking to men to argue with men, not to women. But who that?
I don't know. They just walk around naked.
That's crazy. To argue with men. I wasn't really trying to argue with a woman about what men should be doing. I wanted men to give pushback about why they think
got her ass on the fucking stage.
Why they think a woman's making
Look at me.
matters.
Look at me. I don't know if I can wipe that. You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit of modesty.
Sorry, guys. I just seen on Instagram there's a lady walking around with some lingerie. She had her whole cheeks out.
Cheeks is out. It was distracting.
Crazy.
Oh, what did you say, Dwayne?
No, I was saying that yeah, like, you know, as men, it should be a discussion with men talking about what men should prioritize as what manhood is about. And so when women, you know, get into that discussion from a perspective of saying, well, I don't agree, I think da-da-da-da. Well, I'm telling you, like, I'm saying this because men should be doing this. Men should be taking care of their responsibilities. They should be taking care of themselves. And then when they offer to bring somebody into their fucking program, your program should be set. You shouldn't be bringing her into your program and your shit not be in order.
I feel that.
If you ain't got your shit together, nigga, then y'all, you know, I'll come visit you, you come visit me, or you tell her the conditions. Look, this is what it is. It's not up to par, probably up to your recommendations, you know what I mean? I'd rather do it this way, you know what I mean? But niggas is afraid to get, you know what I mean, whatever, or be played or whatever, so they don't want to be honest about the shit. But
because I seen this one meme, this chick posted.
Don't tell a chick that you got a crib, bro.
Like, why all these niggas you open their fridge and they don't got nothing but water?
Cause you a man. That's the thing. You a
some
man.
female, she just posted it to be like all these niggas.
There was this nigga.
Water
That's good that he drink water.
There was this nigga. Hold up. There was this nigga.
No snacks.
There was this nigga. Listen.
He probably don't cook.
Listen. There was this nigga, right? That had shit. He used to show the refrigerator what the refrigerator is supposed to look like when you got a chick coming to your crib. You gotta have all these types of juices. You know the bitches like this type of water. You know I got the barefoot joints.
Wow,
you know they gotta have these. You know I got these. But you could tell this nigga was prepared. That's money. You spent money for the purpose, for the game. A lot of niggas ain't investing in the game. They winging it. So if you winging
I don't
it,
care what you got.
but that's what I'm saying. If you prepared like that, it looks better. But So a lot of women do judge, and I'm glad that you say you don't care about that. But a lot of women do judge off of that shit. Like, this nigga ain't got shit. He ain't got shit but this. He got one bag of potato chips and it's open. He got the little clip on it. You know what I mean?
He probably don't
Like,
cook.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We understand that. As men, we understand that.
And why, as a woman, if that's an
but
issue,
that's why I say you gotta be transparent.
There are dudes that know how to cook.
And understand.
And so the dudes that, and they like to cook. There are dudes that be chefs or like they like to cook and stuff. So if that's a problem for you, a dude that's a chef and that like to cook will probably have, he would naturally, because he cooked for himself. Like, there was somebody that was on Kendra the other day, and he was like, he likes to cook. That's his way to decompress and stuff. It makes him feel good, and he's a very good cook or whatever. So you need to get a guy like that if you have a problem with, or you want to have it. But I feel like that's little dumb shit. This is the problem why people, why relationships are not working, or people are not getting in relationships, or not finding the right person or whatever, because you worried about what this nigga got in his refrigerator. But if you know that he go to work and he got a job, obviously he eating, he probably order out or something. Most dudes don't be cooking or whatever. Like, they might go, maybe they go to their mom's house or something and they make us something to eat. Some dudes know how to cook, but they still don't do it. They just, especially if they're a bachelor and they live alone or whatever. And some dudes do know how to cook, but that doesn't even, why you with a dude for what, like, I don't know. Like, maybe they're saying like he's broke because he don't have nothing in the fridge. But if you know he got money, not money, but he has an income, he goes to work and stuff, he has a place.
So do you think it's more attractive for a dude to have a fully stocked refrigerator or to not have a fully stocked refrigerator? But what would you consider to be more of an attractive quality? Preparation or
I mean, it's not gonna stop me from talking to you, but it will, if you did have juice or something, if I came or something.
Because he got something to refresh you, right? Yeah. He got refreshments.
But I'm not gonna.
But would that would that be a perk to win you over though? Yes or no?
That's a bonus, but it
all right.
matter.
So there you go. It's good. It's a good thing though.
Yeah, any just like if a guy comes over, a good thing. You want to have, if he like a certain type of beer, I think that's something that could go vice versa.
Yeah. Because women want to be catered to kind of in a way, like, you know what I mean? They want to see that you're at least putting some type of effort. You know what I mean? When they could see that you're putting some type of effort.
Show effort in other way just because he
absolutely, yeah. Look, I got water. I got water. You know what I mean? Would you like some water?
And
like,
that shows that he's in shape. Like he said, he got.
I don't really. Yeah, but I would say that. Look, I don't really drink a lot of juice or whatever, but I have water. So you like water or something like that.
At least he
I could order you something if you like something to eat or whatever. You know, what you in the mood for, that type of shit. It's understandable, but you gotta understand why women feel the way that they feel about these things. They're like, yo, how are you living like this? We're different. No, but we're different. You got a fully stocked fridge, but I didn't have a fully stocked fridge when I had my fridge. You know what I mean? My personal refrigerator was always, I had fluff in there, and I had Hershey syrup, and 2 loaves of bread, and some mustard.
But then I still be ordering. I haven't cooked it.
And when I wanted to buy food, I would have food in there for a week, use the food that week, and wouldn't have no food in there. Everything else I would just order. So like, when you're a man, you could live like that, but that's if how you want to live.
If you're a single person, whether you're a male or a female, you don't have any children.
But women are different though in that regard.
But not all the time, because there are some women that order, because right now
there's women that don't got stuff in their refrigerator though that you know that live by themselves.
Sometimes they order food all the time.
Like what's nothing in the refrigerator?
Or they'll buy stuff, like it could run out, not on a consistent basis, but like you said, you used it up, and then they might have been ordering for the next few weeks, and they just didn't get that, or they got a couple things like condiments and stuff like that, or they might have a couple pieces of meat in the fridge, like some chicken breast or something here and there. But if they not it's kind of saying like a lot of women don't be cooking either, unless, like I said, if you're a single, that's the key word, you single and you don't have children. If you have a child, you're a female. If you're a single mom, you should not be doing takeout.
Women always got something to drink though. I ain't never go to a girl house and she ain't had nothing to drink. Exactly. Niggas don't be having shit to drink sometimes, nigga. Niggas be like, yo, the faucet work. Like, what?
Oh,
yeah, what? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, If you got bottles of water, you good. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Please,
These
people,
dudes
do not drink tap water.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we speaking to. If this dude
shower,
got a whole bunch of
honest,
bottles of water
it's
cases
still
or whatever,
the
and
same
nothing in his refrigerator but bottles of water, then at least he got water.
Yeah, he cares
You know what I
about
mean?
his health. At least he drink water. Cause if
It
some
could
people
be that,
be like
or
they
he
don't
cheap.
drink water.
He could be cheap too.
Yeah, and you cheap, but I don't
But
mind
shit,
cheap.
I would have.
But
I would
you
have
taking care of
shit.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with
What if he
fruit,
collects
though.
rainwater and boils it?
Yo, that's different, bro.
Are you high?
That's different. Yeah.
It's fuck. It bottles that shit. When you drink it,
That's dumb different.
Would you be upset if he told you that was his process for his water?
I mean, I think that's a red flag, right?
I don't know. I'm tricking.
If a woman did that, would you deal with her?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
You don't know?
How
I don't
long
know
you
yet.
gotta stand
How you don't
outside to
Hold
fill
on.
up bottles of water with rain?
Like, check this out. I don't know. Maybe it's a bucket, and then she, she got a system going, or he had a system going. And then he was like, "You like that?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's refreshing."
It's so fresh. It's
Yeah.
like it came from the earth.
And then he said, "Yeah, it's just
If you
it's
dealing with like
refiltered
if you dealing with
water.
like a
that's just
like an
rainwater."
Indian or something like that, that might be some different shit.
Nah,
That
let's
might
say
be
he was a
different.
black man, but he was.
No, I'm talking about like a chick,
knowledgeable.
like a chick. Like if it was a chick for me, like
Oh, okay.
if we asking that around.
Yeah, it's as long as she's knowledgeable.
Rainwater
If I
good
drink
for you?
it and it's good, and you know what I'm saying, I'm
I
not gonna
probably
be
would.
bad.
I
Is
probably would
rainwater
do it,
good
yeah.
for you?
I don't know.
But that's all
We
she
ain't
got.
never had it.
But that's all she
I
got.
have
Cause we
some
saying like
friends
somebody
standing
only
outside.
got.
Yeah, we ain't drink a.
So we
a
saying that's
glass
all
of
she
it.
got.
I'm saying
Is
that's
that-
what she drink. That's the
And
water
she don't
she
got
drinks. She don't
nothing
trust.
else?
She don't trust none of the
That and
bottled water.
cornflakes. Like that's what we saying.
Nah, she got all healthy food.
Oh, okay. She
feeding
got
mushroom seeds.
food, but this is the only beverage that we drink. This,
Dandelion tea and shit, nigga.
okay, so she can make teas
All
and
type
shit.
of shit.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm
The
fucking
shit's
with
good
that.
and it's
I'm fucking
real
with that.
healthy for
I'm
you.
fucking with it if it's
But-
good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good. And it's
You
healthy.
gotta sweeten that shit some type of way, some sugar cane or whatever the fuck you get.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is that
I don't
a
know.
real thing?
Maybe,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
He bugging right now.
TikTok is real, you know what I mean? TikTok is a real place.
Look, nah, no funny shit. What you just said is crazy. Like, if a girl did some wild shit and she just had rainwater
Like, how's it taste?
and
Like,
bottles of
alright.
rainwater in the refrigerator,
My
like,
mind would have been a placebo.
Or
I
what if
would've-
she said it's
I'd
my
have been
pee
upset.
and I just filtered it?
That's
and then
wild.
that's different.
That's wild. Cause I did hear that you could turn pee into fucking water and shit. I did hear
This
it, but I
lady
thought it was a
I
joke.
had a
You got
yeast
purified
infection
That's crazy.
and she made cinnamon rolls with it. Like she used
Oh, the
her
yeast.
And she got a thrush on her tongue
Oh,
because so it was just like a white spot.
that's
on
what
her
she.
tongue.
That's what she.
And but
deserved.
she made it for her and her husband. She was like, "Oh, I didn't know that you can't." use
Ugh.
She thought it's like regular yeast.
I
Like,
didn't-
it's an
She
infection.
really thought that?
I don't know if it was
Or
real
she
or
did
not.
that to get back at him?
That she ate it too. She had her tongue was white as a white spot.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, though, but
That's disgusting.
shit.
She had it's called thrush when you have it on your mouth. Or,
Yeah, man, I'm only gonna invite a chick to live with me if she.
Is he friendly?
she thought it was regular yeast, like that.
On her tongue?
No,
If she
she
don't
had
make
an infection.
Ain't no regular
So she
yeast,
used
yo.
that.
if she don't
That's
make
disgusting.
if she don't make genital yeast cinnamon
Oh
rolls,
my god,
then I'll be with her.
that is wild.
But that's an infection, so then you got it in your mouth.
Oh my
That's disgusting.
god.
And I don't know if the husband did it.
He deserved it. Both of them is stupid as fuck for you.
I don't think
They
he
deserve
knew.
each other.
I don't know if he
That's
knew
even
that she.
that's even worse. That means that you did this shit and you thought it was gonna be a good idea without my consent. He don't run his household.
Why you even got listen?
That nigga got a bitch
Women
cooking up
be
her
thinking
yeast.
that-
Cooking up her yeast, thinking she's Betty Crocker.
Listen,
This is wild.
let me tell y'all
That's crazy.
something. Women be thinking that yeast is like, oh, it's normal. You just get it. Like, yeah, it could happen, but there are ways to prevent it. There are several reasons why you can get a yeast infection. Some of them do have to do with hygiene. It could be the type of underwear that you wear, but there are, like I said, if you know these things, there are ways to prevent it. So if you're constantly getting them, like there's something that you're not doing or that you need to switch up, because people think this is too normal. Like this is, and it's because I hear when we talk about it, like it's just, you know, like it's okay, like it's an infection for a reason. That means something happened. There's something wrong with your pH balance. It was thrown off. Like it shouldn't be happening.
That shit
So,
PM now.
like, huh?
No.
So like, yeah, know this. Like, so don't just think it could be the type of soap you use. If you're wearing jeans without you free balling, you know, things like that. The type of underwear that you wear, like
PE
it could
smell like PE.
Why are we having this conversation?
Because I'm just,
like my senses are in heightened right now.
I just thought about
nasty
that because
shit.
I just wanted to put that in there because I don't know why she would come online and even tell everybody that she did that she had one in the first place, and then you're making cinnamon rolls with it. Like you're crazy. Like why would you?
Sound like some old Dr. the Boo looking video bullshit. This is crazy. Put it together. What do you got?
Yo, what do y'all think about Cam?
Oh, let's talk about Dipset Forever.
Kill him.
Yo.
That nigga is funny.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
So I don't know if you guys heard, but
I love it.
Cam went on CNN.
It's CNN, y'all. What they do
they
for us?
They started asking him questions about Diddy. And he was like, I've seen the video that everybody else seen or whatever with Cassie when he was attacking her. And he was like, I think that's egregious what I saw in the video. Like, I don't condone that. I don't condone any of the things that he's been accused of, but I don't know him. Like, because she asked him, like, oh, have you witnessed this behavior? And he was like, I don't be around him like that. Like, I know who he is, and I met him before, but I never seen him do nothing like that. I just seen the video, and I don't agree with it, but moving on type shit. Like, and then she's like, so have you ever, did she keep asking him about it? And he like, what did I, like, you could ask Mace about that. Like, I was never signed to him. Mace know about him more than I do. Like, I don't know. I never seen him do none of that. Like, I don't know. I don't know him like that. You gotta ask Mace. And then she played a clip. She played a clip from their show when they were talking about him, and he was like, oh, when I try to put you in the game or whatever, I brought you around Big first because I knew he would take care of you. I knew he would
instead of Puff.
Yeah. Cause so why? And she basically played it to say, so why would he say that? And then he's like, I don't know what you playing this for. Like, ask him. He's the one who said it.
I didn't see that part.
like,
crazy.
Like, what are you asking?
Like, I don't
my nigga. Like, yo, who set this up? Like, who did this? Like, and then he like he drank his pink horsepower. He was like, I'm about to get some cheeks after this.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, go get the pink horsepower. It is what it is. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Go check it out. Like, she was like, and then he was like, I don't know what y'all brought me up here for, asking me about him. I told you I don't know. Like, I don't know what you... And he was like, all right. She just cut him up like, thank you for coming. But that's what they get. Like, why you... And he already answered your question, and you trying to dig. You trying to implicate him in it, and saying that they knew something. Like, he already told you that he didn't. And why you bringing bringing him on CNN, asking him about another dude, and instead of asking him about his businesses and what he got going on for a positive reason, you ask him about another man that he told you he don't have no personal relationship with him to that degree to know what he be doing in his personal.
You know what they did that shit for, right? The feds are targeting Mace. And Mace is turning these niggas down. He's like, nah.
Right. And he writing a book. Shout out to Mace and Cam, and shout out to Mace. I can't wait until your book come out. I'm
They're both writing a book?
No,
Mace just Mace is.
But that's why he ain't saying nothing. He said that, and it is what it is. When after that, then when that episode came out, then he was like, I'm just keeping my comments to myself till the book come out. And all of that gonna be for the book. So I can't wait. Definitely gonna go cop that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bestseller, especially now in these times.
Yeah,
Mace is very smart.
Harlem World.
Very smart for that. the timing for that is perfect. Cause this shit
And he ain't
crazy.
talk about it. That's why everybody else messed up. But he better be careful, because you know they
Might get
dropping like flies. But everybody else was saying, "Oh, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book."
Yeah,
and
it's too many people. It's too many people. I feel
no, but then they not here. So that's what I said.
Yeah, but that's usually when, you know what I mean, they're attacking those people when they're at their height of power. Like, Diddy's on his way out. He got a lot of people he got to unalive. Like, first he got to get to Cassie, because Cassie outed him. She's the one that started this whole situation.
She ain't never even say nothing though.
Right.
She said something. She said
she
something.
Didn't say make a I'm saying to the public.
Mm-hmm. Nah, not
all
to the public.
She did was
she
filed the case and gave that to them, but she never spoke about it. Or people coming out saying videos.
Even still, like, she's like, yo, for that video to come out, she knew. She probably told them where the video was. Cause remember, his house got fucking searched by the FBI and shit, the feds, right? So if she knows where all that shit is, she probably told them. They rushed in, grabbed the tape, and they were the ones who leaked that shit. So now it's public perception.
Yeah, what if it did come out like that?
It's public perception now.
They went there with damn National Guard.
Who's gonna support him now? All his business deals is over. All of that shit. He lost Revolt. Fucking, he stepped down for Sean John. All of that shit. Like,
is he a silent partner?
He could be, but my nigga, he's paying a lot of money right now.
Yeah, they said he already lost a lot of money to the lawyer fees.
He's paying a lot of money right now.
Then he paid $50K allegedly to get that video from the hotel. So,
but that means he had it.
That was a waste because
he had it. He should have destroyed it. He should have destroyed it. That nigga put it in the safe or some shit, and they found that shit. They found that shit, and she probably knew the combination.
And they mad they couldn't bring him in, so they just posted it.
That's exactly what that was. Like, okay, well, you know, you good, but no, you're not.
Diddy is done.
Diddy's done. Bro.
Diddy done.
Goose is cooked.
Shit crazy. I knew it was happening, yo. Like, that's why I believe karma is real. That shit will get you. It really creep up when you least expect it.
How would the punishment fit the crime with Diddy?
With this, it's, it could be death, nigga, because he killed, well, allegedly, he had to do with a couple murders, not just one. Allegedly. So, we don't know. This shit crazy, bro.
There was this, lady, and she unalived her daughter. She kept giving her Mountain Dew.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And she got ketoacidosis from it, and she passed.
How old was the baby?
It's crazy.
People are losing their minds. I don't know. But she got arrested. They did sentence her for. I'm trying to find it. Ohio mom sentenced for Mountain Dew killing or unaliving of diabetic daughter. So she was diabetic and she wasn't supposed to be having Mountain Dew. Probably made her increase her blood sugar. But she mostly fed her daughter Mountain Dew through a baby bottle until her teeth rotted. Was sentenced to 9 to 13 and a half years in prison.
Where's
for
her husband?
Involuntary manslaughter.
Where's the baby father?
The girl's father, Christopher Owen, 53, faced the same charges and has also pleaded guilty.
He was like, my daddy raised me the same way.
Has also pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter. He will be sentenced next month.
Now the other kids are going to be in foster care.
Yeah. I say though.
Do they have other kids?
I think so.
She was 41 and he was 53.
That's crazy as fuck. They grown, too grown to not know any better. Like, what the fuck is they on?
The 4-year-old whose diabetes went undiagnosed for years was found unresponsive in January 2022. Claremont, so she probably gave her diabetes because she kept giving her Mountain Dew.
So let me ask you this: could that be an extreme case of postpartum?
I'm not a doctor. Can't diagnose people. Anything could be, whatever. Something's wrong with her. I know that. Because a normal person in their right mind wouldn't do that.
Right. Alright, so what do you think would be an extreme case of postpartum? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the level?
Some people do that because they have postpartum. But I think this is why they put all this stuff in this, and then they put all this stuff in this food, and then women think like, oh, breastfeeding is good, but that's only if you're intaking good things, because you're giving what you have. So if you're eating McDonald's all the time, or you drinking sodas and all this processed foods and stuff like that, and you're not eating healthy, then you could be hurting your child and you're hurting yourself. And if you're eating this stuff while you're there, maybe what I think happens is the hormones clash, because when you're pregnant, you get HCG, the hormone that comes in your body when you're pregnant. That's what they test for, to find out that you're pregnant. So, and I think with between the stuff that they give you, you have to take prenatal and all that stuff or whatever. Between that, you already have that hormone going through your body, the HCG, and then after you have a child, that's it.
After you have a child.
After you have the child, it takes a while for those hormones to release from your body for the first. I don't even know how long it stays, but it doesn't go right away after you still have those hormones in your system. So, and probably whatever you were taking, because when you're taking medication that doesn't, if you've been taking it for a certain amount of time, it's built up in your system. You're taking prenatals for 9 months or however, I don't know, I've never had a child, but however long you're supposed to take, then that's built up in your system. Who knows what they put in that or whatever, and then you have a child and your hormones are still raging, and you're giving that, so that could be harmful to the child, but it's harming you. That's probably messing with your brain, between the chemicals from the drugs that they're giving you and the natural chemicals that come in your body when you're pregnant.
Look at Ken father looking like Ken. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, it do look like
this shit, wow. He also looked like, I ain't gonna rank how you get it? He look like Anthony Mackie a little bit. You know what Anthony Mackie is, right?
Yeah.
You look like
Clarence' parents had a real good marriage.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't see it? Nah. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Don't talk about Ken's dad.
Nah, of course not.
Don't want to get.
I don't want no problem.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying he looked like that.
Yeah, I just said he resemble. I'm not trying to play him.
I don't see it though.
You do a little bit. Yeah, just resemblance a little bit.
This is what they on Angela Yee has a show called All the Way Up.
Oh, you still watch Angela Yee? Oh, snap. How you think? What you think she?
I mean, I don't just. This is a clip. I don't.
Oh, you don't.
I do watch lip service though, but only if
she still do that?
That I want, to see. But I'm about to.
Shout out to Angela Yee.
Do you have any questions? Hello, Brian.
This is hilarious.
Hey, how are you?
I'm alright.
So, what is your question for Ask Yee today?
Well, like I was saying, I've been dating this girl for like 3 years, and we, you know what I'm saying, like I love her to death. You know, every time we get intimate, all she want me to do is hit the back door.
Yo.
Okay, all right. So, no vaginal intercourse.
None. Period. Point blank. None.
Now, why
She
is
said
that?
that's her
She
husband.
tells me that she wanted to save herself for when we finally do get married and all that or whatever, and you know.
That's disgusting. So I can sodomize you.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I
I've seen
can't
her
put.
vagina, man.
You can't have vaginal.
She just like to introduce you.
Don't have a
Yeah,
baby.
man. I ain't got to be the backdoor bandit. You know what I'm saying? So.
But does she have this? Is it religious? Like, what is her reason for wanting to save that until marriage?
She's a porn star.
Yo,
She's a
commercial.
porn
What do you
star.
think about that? If your girl told you
She's a
that,
porn star.
that's what you think.
Damn,
she
I gotta
does?
watch
think-
that whole
I think
episode
she's
now.
on
But
board.
yo, I'm
Or
gonna
porn.
say.
Well, that's just somebody calling in. It's only I could play the rest of it.
Nah,
Nah.
no,
I'll sped it
nah.
up.
I got
Yeah,
it.
you don't even gotta play it. That shit.
What I
sound like
understand
she a
from
porn
what
star
from
or
from
more.
what I listened to was basically
That's not respectable at all. Like, you're asshole. Like,
if a shorty just wants me
That
to do
means-
that,
Would
That-
you stay with her? They was together for
No.
3 years, I think you said.
he's wilding. I wouldn't stay with this girl the first time.
you gotta
she
think
said, "Oh, I
about
had to have anal with
women.
her."
You gotta think about women in different cultures.
That's disgusting.
That's
So,
what she about to say, because Captain,
Some women's in different cultures.
they really think
it is
that.
something that they have to do because it's a part of their belief. So
Well,
they
they
have to do it.
have to put it in there
But
behind.
the
They
women
could
that are
just
from
not
like
do anything.
India and stuff like that,
That's crazy.
they have like an arranged situation and they're not. It's a sacred for them to let somebody come into their womb. They're virgins. So then if it's like that, it's different. If I'm dealing with a girl that's like pure and she don't want me to do anything with her or something like that until
She
then
had
or
this, is it
whatever,
religion?
then I might consider it if I really want to be with her like that. And that's saying a lot because that's not everything. That's not the end all be all. The experience is everything, but that's not something that I like to do. So that may be something that drives me away from the relationship. But then I'm like also taking into consideration, oh, she decided to compromise for me. So that makes me, appreciate her because she's willing to give me something. Hey, she'll give me a BJ, or hey, you could put it in my poop shooter, but you can't take my joint yet because I don't know if you're serious or if you really want to be with me or whatever. And I'll be like, yo, I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Now I could choose to walk away from it, or I could be like whatever. But I do respect it because I understand where the woman's probably coming from. If
I think that's
she
dumb
not
and
like-
they should just not do anything because that's still having.
because she giving you something. You know what I
but
mean?
that's
She
still
know that
wrong.
you need.
And who else did she do this to?
Exactly.
With?
I don't
She
know.
Because
He
for
had
you
to.
to
Well,
be,
He had to do it with somebody
That
else.
shit, if it's
disgusting.
tight for her and it's like for the first time she wasn't ready for it type shit, then I don't know. And then I have to trust. Like, am I? Because then that's gonna be she don't trust
let
me,
add
but then
this.
I have
He
to
was
trust
like,
her.
He said that too. He's like, every time. He's like, I don't want to do it anymore because every time I do it, I split her. And Mano was cracking up. He said, yeah, he said they were together for 3 years. But it's like, when he said he split her, what is you doing? You
He
not
love
even
her,
being
yo.
gentle. And
He
she's
love her.
still doing.
Because he want to do something. He's sexually active and she's not. So she's like, yo, she don't want to ruin her
Mano
value.
said, did you check her?
And they
vagina?
probably
Did you
young.
see her
Like, that
vagina?"
don't sound like something that an older woman would be on. Like, that's like a younger girl in her 20s or some
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
I would assume. I'm sorry, I don't know.
I don't either.
But that is kind of wild. But then,
Some people in the comments like might not be a woman, bro. That's what Mano said. Did you
Yeah.
see?
'Cause that- 'cause
Have you
that's
ever
another
seen
thing,
her?
yeah.
Her
3
vagina?
years,
And
3 years, you know.
He
3
he
years,
said
you
he
know.
seen it.
He ate it,
I
he
seen
did all
that
that.
too.
You know what I mean? And still ain't get it. Feel me?
And that's what he said. He don't want to do that no more. He want to have it the regular way.
Go. Sunday, right?
Something that you right.
Smoke is fire.
Lord of mercy.
Maybe she got the joint, the monster.
Yeah.
They used to call it in the 80s.
She probably got it in her ass too.
Right,
So
she
her
got
blood
it. She
system,
got it.
yeah.
It's in her system.
He got
So
it.
it don't
Yeah, he
matter.
got that shit.
Especially if he splits her every.
Wow.
He crazy.
That is crazy.
He ate the groceries too.
And if they do it like that all the time, her joint probably is open because.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Tell the truth.
He could drop a coin when
Especially if he split. I just can't. That just sound crazy,
Yeah.
and you just keep like I don't know.
he could drop a book bag in it.
Yeah, she probably be just leaking.
Yeah. Alright, I'm about to be out soon. I gotta pick up my babies. Damn, another General Hospital actor dead. That nigga was 37.
Who?
Johnny Wachter. I don't watch the show.
I don't either.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
What do you think about I guess people wanted, or saying that Diddy's Walk of Fame star should be removed, but they said it cannot be.
Niggas worried about a Walk of Fame star. I don't give a damn. There's a lot of fucking pedophiles on that Walk of Fame.
I don't think
there's a lot of
anything should be taken down from anybody's fucking whatever the fuck they did.
Just let you know. In
Just
America,
know, like, yo,
you could be a filthy scumbag, pedophile, rapist, whatever, murderer, whatever. But nigga, if you make good music, you can make it out here and get you a star, nigga.
How about this? In the world.
Not even the world, because the world don't celebrate that. It's world, American, Hollywood.
Nah, fuck that. In the world. You could be any type of corrupted type of individual and still be successful if you have enough money. We live in a capitalistic world, not just society. So the reality of it is that if your money stretching long enough, you could go to Europe, you could go to fucking Argentina, you could go to Africa, you could go wherever, and you'll be accepted as long as your pockets can accept it. Look at the arms dealers and all these. I mean, come on, man.
If they want you, they gonna get you.
If they want you, they gonna get you.
Remember, fucking Andrew Tate got fucking false charges. They try to say a whole he was kidnapping females out there and shit.
Yeah, that he was an ex.
If I'm not giving money to somebody, then somebody gonna be mad.
And that's what I'm saying, my nigga. It's a vicious cycle. You gotta pay everybody.
Yep. You gotta pay the guy that pays the guy.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy shit. Yeah. One more topic.
Home Alone's Daniel Stern almost killed snorting cocaine.
Oh yeah. That's old.
He did.
He used to be on drugs.
He looked different. He looked better now than he's older. Like healthy.
Because he stopped the drugs. He was doing drugs early on.
Nah, but that just happened.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You put that in the.
Oh, that's something that just came up. Yeah. I ain't even know.
I didn't either.
Or maybe it's a new movie that he was doing. I don't know about that shit.
Sean Kingston and his mother were arrested on fraud and theft charges.
And his mom is wild.
That's crazy.
He was arrested in California Thursday, several hours after a SWAT team raided his rented mansion. I had to say that. His rented mansion in South Florida and seized numerous items. The Broward County Sheriff's Office reported that Kingston was arrested without incident on a Florida warrant near Fort Irwin, an Army base about 150 miles northeast of LA.
Kingston.
And they arrested his 61-year-old mother, Janice Turner, during the raid of the rapper's 14,000 square foot home in Southwest Ranches, a suburb of Fort Lauderdale that hosts many celebrities, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Miami.
He gonna be in my movie, The 10 Commandments. Directed by Michael Bay.
Sean Kingston.
The Rock, what do you mean? Sean Kingston.
You're way too beautiful, girl.
It's crazy. He about to go to jail and be a beautiful girl.
You'll have me suicidal. That's how he gonna. Can't say that. The world's first airline for dogs has taken its first flight.
What's up?
Public Bark Air. It's called Bark Air.
Bark
the
Air.
world's first jet charter company, where every passenger is a VIP, a very important pup, has officially launched offering luxury air travel for dogs and their owners. Created by dog toy company Bark in partnership with Jet Charter Service, Bark Air aims to revolutionize flying for dogs, ensuring they travel in comfort and style.
I don't even know nobody that would do no dumb shit like that.
Now,
What do you mean, Kevin Hart? Remember?
Now-
So, I mean, it's a
Oh,
movie.
my,
But people definitely travel.
For
Now,
sure
look,
they do,
because you
but
can't
I'm
leave
not.
them in a house for weeks if
Look,
you're
listen,
gone.
I understand that, but I'm talking about people I know personally don't worry about that shit. And I'm not worried about the rich people that have to worry about that shit because I think that shit is dumb. Like, even if I had the money, I'm not going to spend it to have my dog
So what are you
travel.
gonna do?
my ex,
I'm going to leave my dog at the crib and pay somebody to watch my dog like normal
Mom.
people.
Oh, they have dog sitters.
Used
too.
to
Yeah,
work-
they
to
got
work
money.
for
Like,
a
what?
family.
What?
and they would send for the
Spoiled-ass
dog
dogs.
to be brought on a jet
That's
to
some-
Florida to stay at their Florida house.
That's some rich people shit.
And they would just have the dog just stay there, and then she
First
would have
class,
to stay
baby.
with the dog,
They-
but she would fly with the dog. The dog wouldn't be flying alone.
That
but
person
they-
is gonna
but they
get
Yeah,
literally-
they put them in that carrier thing and put it.
Nah, the
in.
dog. I don't know what type of thing, but the dog was like in the plane. And she just
Yeah.
like be in
Chilling.
here comforting the dog or whatever, and they just take a regular flight.
Like comfort zone.
It's crazy.
It's like this is a service dog. This dog is good for my
It's,
anxiety.
it's
No, but you
it's
can't
wild.
do that.
I
They
know.
just put them in the kennel. And
Yeah, they
put-
put them in the thing. Yeah.
It probably don't. It don't. If you're gonna buy a flight anyway, I don't think a dog.
But a whole
a
dog
flight-
airport? Like what are we talking? Like
But it's for you and them. The pet. The
it's for you and the dog, or just
yeah.
the dog?
It said for both. You can ride with them.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think a flight for a dog will probably cost that. Well, I don't know. I never looked it up. Or a pet. I don't. It probably doesn't cost the same amount as a human ticket. But that's like if you have not a kid, but it's you. If you don't
if
have
you want to
nowhere
go
bring
somewhere,
it,
you want
yeah.
to take your dog with you.
Yeah. Like you gonna pay for if you. It's the same thing if you have a kid and you go out of town.
Yeah, that is yeah. But I can't just leave my kid in the cage until I get back.
Yeah, you can't just do that either. That's why somebody has to. If you don't feed the animal or something, they gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, true. You definitely right. You're gonna have a sitter.
That's what I said. And they do have that too. They have daycares for pets that you could bring them to that they will watch them while you're gone. But then it's the same thing people go through with somebody, a YouTuber I was watching, he brought his dog to the place he went out of town. And they didn't give him, he had special food that he gave him because he got a condition or something. And they wasn't giving him his food. They gave him the food that they had at the place or whatever. And when he picked him up, he had kept having diarrhea. Or so cause he
They
can't
don't poison
eat
the
that.
dog.
Yeah, because he can't eat that if we had to eat special food, and he brought it with him. But they gave so it's the same thing you gotta deal with if you leave a kid at the daycare. They be doing stuff be happening or whatever, or the babysitter. You don't know if you can trust them. So it's like, because people don't be caring. They just be wanting a job. They don't be. Because why would you do that? If he brought his own food, why are you giving him the people the food that y'all got there if they have their own? Just give him what he that's just lazy. Or like what you doing, giving it to another dog that you like better? There was a this lady, she put her kids in a daycare, said she had got into it with the lady there because she kept stealing her Pampers and stuff and giving it to the other kids. She was a godparent to one, and she worked there, but she was a godparent to one of the other kids, and she was like taking her, she didn't know what was happening to it. She would have changed the clothes, and she brought diapers for the month or whatever. Like she had her stuff for her or whatever. She was using her Pampers for other kids and like taking the clothes and stuff. And then when she would come, be like, "Where's this extra set of clothes?" or what happened? They said they ran out of Pampers, but she had like a whole month's supply, and she would do that every time. And she's like, "How did it run out? It was just." Like, it don't make no sense. And then, like, what happened to the clothes? Like, oh, he only had this. Like, one, like, no, he didn't. I brought him with 2 outfits or whatever, and the other one's missing. And then she come in there one day to pick up her kid, and then she see the other kid with her kid stuff on. And then she's like, and then her mom's there, and she's like, "Oh, where's she?" Like, "Oh, she's his godmother. She's so nice. She does all this, and she got him this outfit that he got on now." So then she got into it with the lady, and then she was like, "You've been she confronted her about it, and then the girl was talking junk, like she wouldn't even admit that she was wrong, like she was just talking junk, like getting all getting an attitude or
And
whatever.
you still
so
in
they got
baby
into a
clothes.
fight,
That's crazy.
and she took her kids out the daycare, needless to say. Because she had 2 kids in there, I think, but I think it was just one that she was doing that. But it's like, yeah, these people don't be able to work in these places because what are you working in there for? Like, I don't know. If jobs like that, you have to really want to do that job. Like, you have to be dedicated. You shouldn't just be doing it for the money. If you're a job like that, or the medical field, or if you're a cop, or they don't get paid that much. But I'm saying it shouldn't matter what the income. You shouldn't be like, oh, I need a job, I'm gonna go be a cop just because you need a job. Like, you should really have a deeper meaning of why you want to do it. And it shouldn't be for revenge, because some cops be doing it. They got
Revenge
bullied in
cops,
school.
man.
They got bullied
Maniac
in school,
cops.
and then they see somebody that they went to school with, and they about to pull them over for nothing, and or be beating people up and unaliving people. Cause they let the power go to their head. Now they're just chilling. You chilling? Chilling? Huh?
I did have one thing that I was talking about before.
What?
I was talking about, well, I think we kind of highlighted this, but I had a conversation with a female about this conversation. One of my friends, she was, dealing with her dude or whatever, and then stopped dealing with her dude, and she's dealing with other dudes, but the other dudes don't really contribute to anything. But the reason she doesn't want to deal with the other dude is because he doesn't want to contribute.
Dude.
How do that?
What?
I usually do.
All right. Okay. So let's say this. So I'll do a hypothetical then instead of using them as an example. So say a woman is with a dude, right? She has a child by the dude. The dude ain't shit. He not around, right? And you want to be intimate with the dude, but understand that no other dude is gonna do the same shit that this other dude was gonna do with the kid because it's not his kid.
Mm-hmm.
So you accept them, but you won't accept him because he won't do anything for the child.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
But push him or tell him like, yo, like, if you want to do something or whatever, then I'll give you some da-da-da-da-da. If that's gonna make you happy.
Motivation?
Right. You know what I mean? It's just out. But then it's like, yo, but how you gonna knock him for doing something that other dudes doing anyway?
But them wicked dog, them wicked, and they don't really give a fuck about nobody. And that's the sad reality about the dating pool right now. That's why someone's pissing shit into it.
Just enjoy your life.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's all you can do.
sometimes you're gonna find the opposite,
Right,
but I
shake
think
your head.
I think that comes with the energy that you're at, because I don't think the people that find those opportunities are just lucky. I think they're like destined to, personally, especially if it's so rare to find a girl or a person that's compatible with you, that really cares about you, that's not gonna do you dirty off rip, that's not like, you know what I mean, holding you to that standard of like, yo, this motherfucker could do something to me, and they don't make you feel that way either. And it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a game now for people. Everybody's
100%.
like, I'm gonna get you before you get me.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good to from time to time take risk and let your guard down and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna relax and just let things go with the flow.
No, just don't.
I'm in a place. Well, that's the thing. Cause to the point of what he said, right? I'm in a place where I do feel like I could protect myself. I'm not afraid, you know. And so, if something happens or something doesn't go the way that I want it to go, I'm in a position to back away from the situation. No harm, no foul, whatever. There's times where you're gonna deal with a woman from a man's perspective where things aren't always gonna work out. But we as men, we take it on the chin and we keep it moving. Women, it's gonna have more dire consequences. They're gonna be like, yo, I don't wanna ever date again. I don't wanna go out there. Niggas ain't shit. And don't give themselves a chance. The men have to constantly give themselves a chance. They have to constantly hunt and reach out to that woman and try to get them to understand, look, I'm different, I'm trying. You know what I mean? If you are trying, if you are different, but you have to always consider what the fuck is out there. You know what I mean? Like, there's options for you, there's options for her. So if you understand that and you go in, you know, with some hair in your chest and like, yo, look, I don't give a fuck. This is me. This is how I am. This is what I'm about. Like me or don't. You know what I mean? And if the woman doesn't like you or she doesn't reciprocate how she feels about you early on or doesn't try to invest something in you early on, then it's not fucking worth it. It's not worth dealing with the fucking shit in the first place.
Facts.
We don't learn that until it's too late.
Facts. With that being said,
It's too late to
Mo,
apologize.
enjoy your Memorial Day.
It's too late.
Remember your loved ones lost. We can use the day to, you know, for however we want to, goddammit. Make our own rules.
That part.
Smoke weed every day. Not every day, because that shit give you anxiety.
Fuck that. Smoke weed every day.
Niggas says fuck that. And well, grow your weed. You gonna smoke it every day, nigga, because they put all type of chemicals in this shit. Shit, how you feeling like Chris Tucker in the bird coop?
We appreciate y'all. We are
You is stupid.
You
is stupid.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Nala saying that she made.